Hey everybody. I hope you heard that. Hi. It's been a while since I've been on here. New year, same old me, same old you. I'm gonna talk about regrets and some things I learned about it. I'm gonna share some things out of a book with you, a little bit, and we'll talk about it. So hopefully you guys are on and you want to say hi. I'll tell you where I'm at after this. And I need to create a new intro, so I'm just gonna run the old one real quick. Boom! Let's do this. Well, hey there. I don't have my microphone and I don't have my little setup and whatever. So I'm at this Airbnb. It's my lenders. I hope you guys can hear me. So I'm actually I'm hooked up to, you know me, I've always got to check. I'm hooked up to yep, okay. My AirPods because I thought maybe it would be easier for you to hear me. So um got my one of my favorite sweatshirts that I bought at a truck stop on. So hi, let's talk about regrets. Okay, and I'll give you a little heads up on what I've been up to lately. Oh, and I don't have my little wireless thing too, so I'm gonna have to run it from here. Jason, what a cool house! I know, isn't it? This is Jason's house. They actually lived here for a bit, and I would give you a tour, but I'd probably mess it up somehow. So I'm in the living room, and it's amazing. And I've been here since Monday. And for those of you that are in Prescott, it's no offense to you. I've not left here since Monday. I mean, I left today, and I went and got myself a little Dutch Bros that I just had to heat up because it's never hot enough, you know. But I needed to get away. My parents are staying with me. They're going to be with me until like March or April. I love them. But it's hard, you know, when you live alone and you have people in your space. But I was supposed to be working with Jason up here, and then he has to deal with issues. So I've just enjoyed this place, along with Sid Squatch and Brother Yeti. So he came to visit, and he's a little washed out in this lighting here. But yeah, so they're hanging, and I might have some new news with these guys later. But okay, I came across this book. So the cool thing that I've been doing is I'm using this app called Libby, and it's a library app. And I forgot to take a picture of it, but if you look at it on here on my iPad, it's that one that right there that looks like a book, and it's like kind of this one, all right there. And you can rent books from the library. Jason says your issues. We're gonna do our podcast here tomorrow, by the way, and then I'll put it up tomorrow night. So we're gonna get back to that as well. So for all of you that like real estate and mortgage information, we got your back. Okay. So anywho, this app is really cool, and you can get books on it, and you can put it on your iPad or your phone or whatever. And then what's really awesome is it opens up, and you can just read it like this. You can change the thing. You can highlight stuff. You can't copy and paste out of it. So what I did was I used this Noteworthy app, and I took notes on here, and you can put them side by side. And I only went through the first 5 chapters or whatever, because I'm not going to give everything away, but I printed it out for you. So the interesting thing of it, this is what it looks like. Okay. The Power of Regret by Daniel H. Pink. And it says how looking backward moves us forward. So this is the interesting part. I had put up a post on New Year's about like I said, New Year's, say me. And, let's just stop trying to act like we have to change and be, do a 180 and can be completely different. Well, how about we just try and be the best us? And a lot of us live in regret. Okay. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. So this is what the show is about tonight. No regrets, no regrets. Or should we? Okay. So what is regret? Well, it's not dangerous. It's not abnormal. It's actually healthy. And it's valuable. So how might you ask? How is it valuable? So there's a lot of people that live with the credo, like, I don't believe in regrets. And they use John Travolta and Bob Dylan as two of the examples there. Um, and it's about 1 in every 5 people regret their no regrets tattoo. Now, isn't that interesting? Uh, so without regrets, we don't see what we really need. That's the thing. Okay. And the 4 categories that most people, I think I'll get to that in a second, actually. Yeah. Okay. Um, so think of positive emotions. We need those, right? They're essential. We should look at the bright side, of course. Emotions like positivity can boost our mental health and gratitudes and that kind of thing. And so we need it. We need positivity, but we also have a danger of outweighing those emotions like to a dangerous extent. So like not thinking about your past and things like that. You got to learn from it. So that's like the power of now, right? Reflect on the past and learn from it. Don't fret about the future, just focus on the now. So negative emotions are essential also. Too much is debilitating, too little is destructive. So where's your happy medium? We should use regret as a necessity. And this is from the book that I just put up there, The Power of Regret. Okay. So we should use it as a necessity, one we can't live without. So it should help you make better decisions, perform better, and things like that. Okay. So all regrets fall into these 4 categories. This is kind of what's interesting to me too. Foundation, who you are, boldness, moral, and connection. So that's kind of interesting to me too. Okay. What do you guys out there? Do you guys have regrets? I mean, I have lots of regrets. I do. I started thinking about it because I do the thing where it's like, oh, just affirmations, affirmations, think positive and all that stuff. And it's okay. You can do that, but you also need to look at your stuff and see where we've been. So it's really difficult to define what regret is really. If our minds, we can visit the past and the future in our heads. That's where our dichotomy lies, is that we are able to do that. Okay. It's the shoulda, woulda, couldas that we deal with. And most of the time we have regrets when our current situation isn't ideal. It isn't where we expected it to be. That's the shoulda, woulda, couldas. Okay. So it's when we think what might have been. Okay. So do any of you do this? Because so I went to junior college first, and uh I had a lot of full ride offers to some pretty badass schools, and I didn't go. And I I regret that a lot. But then I also think it's funny because my mom said that the other day. She's like, "I wish you would have gone here, there, or whatever." And I was like, "Don't say that because you don't know what your circumstances would have turned out to be." So had I gone there, could have blown out a knee, could have not finished it that way, could have just really hated it. Who knows, right? So I also think about regret. When a regret comes up, I think, okay, but without making that decision, would I be where I am today? Would I be living in Arizona and hanging out with my sister all the time? If I decided to stay in teaching, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be at this Airbnb. I wouldn't even know Jason Fremo, right? So there's a lot of good that comes with thinking about regret. And in the book it says regret's your own fault, not someone else's. So like I can be upset about the Cardinals losing a football game, but I'm not the coach nor am I a player. I'm not responsible for the Cardinals loss, therefore I can't regret it, if that makes sense to you. Okay? So it says every damn thing you do in life can pay off for you. Regret doesn't make us human, it makes us better. So consider this from a 72-year-old woman in the book, okay? She said, when my husband was hospitalized just before his death, I wanted to climb into the bed next to him, but didn't. How I wish I had done that. So that's the kind of thing, okay? If only I had done this, this might have been this. It's fleeting moments that you think of. So I should have taken that class. I should not have taken that class, but then I wouldn't change my major. I wouldn't have made those other decisions that brought me to where I am. If onlys make us feel like but it's only now, and regrets can enhance our future because it can help us kind of reconsider where we're at and reform our decisions and then move on from there. So, like breakups with people, like I could think about a lot of things where I wish I had. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I wish I would have gotten married and had kids and stuff. But at the same time, this is this is where I'm supposed to be. And all of the things that I've done, I'm very independent. Um, I've only been able to rely on myself. I'm proud of where I'm at, but lately I've had debilitating anxiety. There's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm making some changes because I need to feel more supported and things like that. So just being here in this wonderful Airbnb, and I bought like food, and I've just been here. Like literally yesterday, I worked pretty hard yesterday. I was on calls and Zooms all day, and I stayed in my pajamas all day and worked, and that was great. So in the book it says, why does regret make us better? Well, it's the first law of holes. When you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. Okay? So there are benefits of regret, like improving your decisions. So say you put an offer on a house and it's really really low, and you get beat out on that offer. Somebody else buys it, and you really wanted that house, but you thought, no, I'm going to stick to my guns, and I'm going to make this low ball offer. Well, you're going to lose out on it because now it depends on the market. Right now, you never know. But if it's a competitive market and you have a lot of offers, a really low offer, they're not even going to counter. They're just going to reject it. So how does that help you in the future? It helps you think about what are your wants and needs, and how do I need to be more aggressive in order to make it happen? There's a lot more things involved, but that's just a simple example. Okay. Um, you hurt someone. You say something that you shouldn't have. That just happened to me. And that kind of shit sticks with me. And I have such regret with stuff like that because I don't like hurting people. But in the same respect, it makes you think, okay, I need to take a step back sometimes and just fucking think about what I'm saying. Does it really need to be said? No, it does not, because it's just hurtful. And that's the kind of thing that you can do. And to have a regret and look back at it is not to beat yourself up. Okay, you got to give yourself a little grace too, because we're all here, right? We're all just trying to do the same thing. So it can deepen meaning for you, like that example of not spending more time with someone that you love and then they're gone. I remember a few years back, a guy that I had gone to college with had reached out, and we were messaging on Facebook Messenger, and I didn't stay in contact enough. And I, I suppose he was reaching out to me in some kind of way, and then he had passed away, and I just had such regret about that. Not that I could have changed his circumstance, but I I just felt so bad. I felt, gosh, I'm not, just the things that I possibly could have done hurt him or whatever, left him feeling alone. Hopefully he had some other people, but it's things like that. Okay, so the question is, if you had your life to live over, would you do it exactly the same? That's an interesting question. So I'm just going to leave you with that. Okay, and then talk about the no regrets thing. So it's not like, okay, so when I used to teach high school English, and kids would say YOLO, and it was all about, that means you only live once. For those of you that might not know, I mean, I know, I think pretty much everybody knows that, but you only live once doesn't mean that you should try every single drug out there. I mean, if that's what you want to do, I guess go for it. But that doesn't mean you need to do something that could potentially harm you or kill you or hurt someone else. You know, so it's the same thing with regrets. No regrets to me. It doesn't mean don't have regrets. Okay, it means you need to have regrets in order to take you to the next level, to where you're going to be, to where you're going to live consciously and purposely. I suppose I would say it. So no regrets means do something so that you don't regret it. Okay, so take that skiing trip that you might want to take. Um, go to Norway, even if you are afraid you might not have enough money, because when are you ever going to get there again? What if something happens and you never get that chance? It's that kind of thing. Okay. Sorry. I always burp when I'm on here. So if you have regrets, use them to enhance your life. So I don't want to live with regrets, or do I? I hope this all makes sense to you. It's kind of interesting. At the start of the new year, like I said, I've got a lot to do. I'm feeling really overwhelmed. I'm behind in a lot of things, but you know what? I'm just going to give myself a little grace. So these are my final thoughts. We're all in this together. We're trying to do our best. It's okay to have regrets. It helps us learn and grow. Okay. If you need to take time, take it. I just did on Candor with Katy. I took a little over a month. And then remember to give yourself grace if you make a mistake. It's okay. It is okay to make mistakes. Regrets are there to help you learn. So Laura says, you rock. Hey, you know what? You rock. Thank you, Laura. Um, I love doing the show too. And so thanks for being with me on this. I'm gonna do my best to be here for you. I know you guys are here for me. And listen, I don't judge ever. So just make sure that you're learning from that stuff, and you're reforming like your whatever your goals are, whatever it is you need to do. Okay. So remember, and now listen, and I'm going to get back to, and I've said this for over a month. I'm going to get back to posting. It snowed here the other day, so Brother Yeti is going to take off tomorrow, and so it'll just be Sit Squatch again. But I'll post with him. Okay, got another comment. You're awesome, Katie Joe. I love you. You are too, my friend. So don't be surprised if I give you a call here soon, because I'm trying to just call people and say hi and stay connected, because you're important to me. So I want you to know that. Okay. Just know that, my friends. Okay. So the journey begins with you. So be good to yourself. Sit Squatch, Brother Yeti. And you know what I say? I love you. Peace and love, friends. I might stick to every 2 weeks. I might do every week. I don't know yet. So for now, I will see you in 2 weeks. Okay. And then I'll reassess. So no regrets. See you next time.